Thank you, Pete. I am so happy to be part of this event once again. And what a wonderful way to start the event with the special recognition for Carol's Cafe and the Western Mass 3D Collaborative. What incredible stories. And that really is what today is all about. In this very difficult year, the 2020 Impact Awards event is really about pausing to say thank you to some of the people and companies which have, in the face of a global pandemic, impacted so many lives in Massachusetts and beyond. Today, MassEcon will honor 10 companies as 2020 corporate heroes. More than 30 companies were nominated for these awards from among the many more throughout the state that have done amazing things. It wasn't easy for MassEcon's volunteer judges to get down to just 10 honorees. We know that these 10 corporate heroes really are symbols of the broader community of businesses in the Commonwealth that stepped up in remarkable ways to address the challenges of the pandemic. Before I preview this year's corporate heroes and actually present the first 5 awardees, I want to turn to 3 members of the MassEcon Board of Directors for a little more insight into this year's awards. So I'm pleased to welcome now Stephen Flavin, MassEcon's Chair and Senior Director for Strategic Alliances at Harvard Business School. Denise McGeough, Vice Chair of MassEcon and Senior Vice President at Citizens Bank. And Tague McGlory, founder and social impact entrepreneur at TH McGlory LLC. Stephen, Denise, Tague, please take us through what brings us together today and how and why the focus of these awards changed this year.
Thank you, Lisa, and welcome back to the Impact Awards. So yes, every year for the last 16 years, the Team Massachusetts Economic Impact Awards has honored companies that have invested in growing their workforce, as well as making significant capital investments in facilities here in Massachusetts. And while we continue to have companies that grow and thrive in the Commonwealth, with the onset of the pandemic and its negative impact on the economy, we didn't feel it appropriate to have the same event as in years past.
Hi, Lisa. It's great to have you back again with us this year. As Stephen mentioned, we knew we couldn't have the same type of event that we've had in years past. We even had a conversation about whether it was safe to have an event at all. Yet, at the same time, we are seeing people and companies do remarkable things to combat the pandemic. We saw businesses completely pivot so that they could provide essential products and services. We saw employers reach out to make sure their employees were safe, to make sure that they could retain jobs. We saw people reach into their communities to do charitable work at times when their own jobs were at risk. So we knew that we needed to do something meaningful. As a result, we took this opportunity to use this year's event to recognize and celebrate those corporate heroes.
So there's no question that 2020 has been a challenging year. It's a year that has allowed us to navigate, recalibrate, and really reassess what's important, what's essential, and what we honor. And it's really in that spirit that we took some time this year to really reassess how we value and how we honor what it means to be a corporate hero. Given the backdrop of the global pandemic, which has brought not only an economic crisis, but social unrest, it really gave us an opportunity to redefine corporate hero through the lens of diversity and inclusion. So as we look to the future of these Impact Awards, we really intend to infuse diversity and inclusion into the judging process. Evaluating and celebrating those corporate heroes and companies that have found ways to authentically infuse diversity and inclusion directly into their business models and into their practices. Today we're celebrating corporate heroes that have navigated a pandemic, and really, as champions of Massachusetts, it's really our intent to look towards the future and rewrite a new narrative for this Commonwealth and how we navigate not only today, but tomorrow. So with that, thank you very much.
Thank you, Stephen, Denise, and Tague, and thanks to everyone at MassEcon for the thoughtfulness that went into this award selection process. Having had the chance to know more about the actions of each of these 10 awardees, I couldn't agree more that taking this time to celebrate them is absolutely the right thing to do. Today, we get to shine a light on 10 incredible companies, and they are, in alphabetical order, AIS Inc., located in Leominster. AIS pivoted its philanthropy efforts by turning its seating line into a face mask production area to help save lives. The company produced and donated thousands of face masks for its employees, first responders, and frontline workers in their community who were at higher risk of infection. Batten Brothers is located in Wakefield. This manufacturer, designer, fabricator, and installer of custom-designed signage, awnings, and flagpoles pivoted to manufacture and install acrylic walls and shields to provide a wide variety of workers from the coronavirus, with many of those shields provided at no cost. Boyd Technologies is in Lee. This advanced manufacturer of regulated single-use devices and components, gels, creams, lotions, liquid media, and other cosmetics and drug solutions was able to source close to 200,000 PPE masks and N95 respirators for frontline workers in the region at the height of the spring and summer coronavirus surge. Boyd will soon be manufacturing PPE directly to meet future needs. Contolo Mass Manufacturing is located in Franklin. Now, Contolo began as a startup during the pandemic, converting a former automobile fabric factory to the production of disposable and reusable gowns, using old die cutter equipment as well as latex and nitrile gloves and hand sanitizer. Contolo has since received a $1.8 million grant for preparation, machinery pivoting, material training, and a quality management system to produce PPE products for Massachusetts during the pandemic. Flexcon in Spencer is a global leader in coated and laminated films and adhesives used in graphics applications, manufactured goods, and new products. With its employees designing a new production process, Flexcon altered manufacturing to make face shields for employees of essential businesses requiring PPE. Insulet is in Acton. This healthcare medical device manufacturing company implemented virtual training for new users of Omnipod, an insulin management system, and expanded its financial assistance program for customers who've been negatively affected by COVID-19, including, for many customers in the U.S. and Canada, the gift of up to a 6-month supply of products, no charge. The Kraft Group includes a number of privately held companies in manufacturing, distribution, sports and event management, construction, private equity, venture investing, sustainability, and philanthropy. The Kraft Group committed the New England Patriots team plane to transport N95 masks from China to the United States at a time when Massachusetts could not acquire masks in the marketplace. The Kraft Group also donated $2 million toward the acquisition of masks. Massachusetts Life Sciences Supply Hub is located in Cambridge. A coalition of organizations, including MassBio, MassMedic, the Council of Boston Teaching Hospitals, and the Mass Hospital Association. The Supply Hub sourced hundreds of thousands of PPE from member companies to support healthcare workers on the front lines at the height of the surge in the spring. Quest Diagnostics is in Marlborough. Quest pivoted local operations, and it became the state's largest coronavirus testing lab, having done more than 1 million COVID PCR tests since the last week in March. Thermo Fisher Scientific is headquartered in Waltham. This life science product research and development instrumentation company provided PPE to labs and healthcare professionals, developed one of the first COVID-19 diagnostic tests to be granted emergency use authorization in the U.S., and worked with the governor's COVID response team in enabling 15 high-volume testing labs across Massachusetts to perform more than 900,000 tests using the company's developed TACPath COVID-19 kit. 10 organizations, 10 incredible stories, and we're so thankful for each of them. Before I award the first 5 2020 corporate heroes, we have a special video developed by MassEcon to present. We hope you enjoy it. Please watch to catch a glimpse of each of our awardees in the video.
Massachusetts is always a place where innovation's occurring.
I think Massachusetts is such a unique community. We have this collaborative environment, this relationship between industry, government, and academia that you really don't see in any other cluster, whether it's nationally or globally. And that collaborative spirit has really enabled Massachusetts to be the best place in the world for life sciences.
I was born and raised in Massachusetts. I always say Massachusetts has everything for everyone. The local communities, it's tight-knit communities. And what I like the most about Massachusetts is you get a really interesting cross-section. You have all the universities, all the colleges, all the technologies, and you still have all the traditions as well. And it's where I can see this state bringing the country forward by mixing together traditions and technologies.
Massachusetts is actually a great state to start a business because they've already been established. They help their small businesses grow. They help their small businesses thrive. They come in, they tell you all the benefits that you can receive for doing A, B, and C.
There's a real innovation ecosystem in the state of Massachusetts. We have some of the best colleges and hospitals and institutions in the world. And there's a tremendous amount of collaboration between the public sector and the private sector.
Massachusetts is home to some of the most elite institutions and pharmaceutical companies and biotechs in the world. And the fact that they are all concentrated in one area makes it really conducive to growing.
We are in a healthcare hub in the East Coast in Massachusetts, especially Boston and the surrounding areas.
We're right near the beaches, we're right near the mountains or the ski slopes and everything in between. Boston is a true cosmopolitan city.
Unlike other parts of the country that may have a specific natural resource, the people are a resource.
I find the state to have a tremendous amount of hardworking and caring people.
The people and the ideas and the partnerships in Massachusetts are top-notch and world-class.
I'm a Massachusetts guy. This is home. I was born here, I went to school here, I went to Boston Prep High School and Boston College. Massachusetts is wonderful.
Tonight, a rapidly evolving public health emergency, with Massachusetts confirming its first case of coronavirus in Boston, the 8th in the U.S. so far.
We're nowhere near as prepared as we need to be. There are weaknesses both within the U.S., but especially around the world.
Very early in 2020, we became aware of the situation in China, and our teams were able to analyze the virus sufficiently to enable us to develop a test. And so our test for COVID-19 was one of the first tests that was approved in the US in March and is now being used in over 50 countries. And we're able to produce more than 10 million tests per week.
The first things that we were seeing when this happened, we were getting questions from our members and from our partners in government. And so that was a real organic start to the concept for the Massachusetts Life Sciences Emergency Supply Hub.
We reacted and adapted to COVID by really going back to our basics. We started as a custom manufacturer solving problems for customers. And in this case, we just shifted how we viewed a customer. Our customer was the community. And within the first 36 hours, we designed, developed, iterated, and delivered the first 2,000 prototypes of a face shield. But since then, we've donated a total of over 25,000 face shields to local hospitals, universities, schools, EMTs. Basically, any way we can get it to frontline workers, we wanted to be able to donate and be a part of the solution.
We were well prepared by building manufacturing redundancy in Acton, Massachusetts. We went down that strategy 4 years ago because we were single sourced in China. So we were well prepared for that. For us, it was really simple. Just because of the pandemic, our customers' diabetes was not going away. So we had to find a way to maintain business continuity in the most safe and efficient way for our customers and our employees. And we're very, very proud that we did not miss a shipment to our potters.
Being in the office environments business, both from providing product and really being consultative, we came up with a whole new set of products that were COVID related. We wanted to give back. We manufacture about 500 office chairs per day. We immediately closed one of those lines down to stop manufacturing masks. Word got around the community that we were doing that, and we actually got a call from a 92-year-old woman who said, I am sitting at home, I know how to sew, I want to help. And we said, sure. And the idea quickly, and I'm not sure where it came from, but someone brought to my attention Rosie the Riveter. So I came up with this plan. If we could institute and really develop a Rosie the Riveter idea around sewing the masks. Everybody thought it was a good idea, and we thought success would look like 50 to 100 Rosies. Today we have over 1,000 Rosies in 47 states. It has caught on like wildfire. It is such a great initiative.
Are helping people in need. The Kraft family and Gillette Stadium are donating more than $100,000 in goods to local food pantries and homeless shelters.
Why does the Kraft Group respond to people in need? Honestly, it's been part of the DNA since I joined the company over 25 years ago.
The opportunity to demonstrate not only our scale, but our depth of expertise in responding to the pandemic is something that we are all very proud of.
In Massachusetts, Quest Diagnostics being here made a significant difference in what we can do to serve the entire New England community. The way the team reacted is, ready to go. Bring it on, we can do it, and we are capable of supporting the testing.
The last time, cutter number 2, a die cutting machine at Franklin's now closed Clark Cutler McDermott factory, was fired up, it produced upholstery for General Motors cars. Now this machine is roaring back to life, producing life-saving Level 4 PPE gowns. All of this happening from idea to production, including the start of a brand new company in just weeks.
You have to be agile. You have to shift gears. You have to take those sharp turns. That's exactly what we did.
Here in Massachusetts, we've seen time and again that we work best when we work together.
It's all about what can we do to support one another, and knowing that extending ourselves to play any small part we can in COVID relief is something that we have to do. It wasn't an option for us.
When you do receive an award like this, it really recognizes you, and it kind of validates that the work you're doing within the state of Massachusetts and within the local community is important. It's making a difference.
Decades ago, my grandfather came to Massachusetts and started FlexCon where it is, and it's the business I support today. And I think what he found then is what I see now. You have local communities who just want to bind together and work hard.
We all came together, united, to help our constituents of Massachusetts in a time of need. Just very symbolic of what the life science industry stands for in Massachusetts in the collaborative spirit.
We like to call ourselves unsung heroes because nobody really knows what goes on behind the locked doors in the lab, but it really is a recognition for them to see what we're doing. It really is impacting people's life out there.
That was wonderful. There is so much to love about Massachusetts. And as much as a picture is worth 1,000 words, this year, the voices of our awardees that you heard say even more. Now, later in the program, an awardee will be recognized representing each of the 5 MassEcon regions of the state: the West, Central, Southeast, Northeast, and Greater Boston. Right now, I have the honor of presenting the first 5 of the 2020 Corporate Hero Awards, who we recognize today for their impact here and around the world. The 2020 Corporate Heroes for their local impact are AIS Inc. of Leominster, FlexCon of Spencer, and Massachusetts Life Sciences Supply Hub of Cambridge. Congratulations to each of those organizations. And now let's hear from Bruce Platzman of AIS, Sean McDonough of FlexCon, and Kendall O'Connell of the Life Sciences Supply Hub.
Well, first of all, I want to thank MassEcon for recognizing AIS and all the work that my team has been able to do. And we really do appreciate the recognition. And again, it just validates everything that we've been trying to do and to really work with the most vulnerable population within the state of Massachusetts as well as the United States, and really get high quality masks in the hands of the people that really need them. I also want to thank the 1,000 volunteers, the Rosies that we have across the country that have been helping us put this program together and really keep it moving forward. The employees of AIS, we have a team of people that do nothing but work on this great initiative, and they are dedicating a lot of their time, including weekends, to make sure that this happens. And I'm very proud to say that I'm the CEO and president of AIS. And then, of course, I don't want to forget the Lieutenant Governor and Governor, who are very involved working with my organization, in which we're going to work with all 351 towns and municipalities within the state of Massachusetts. So I want to thank them for getting us involved. We're very honored to be part of that.
Thank you, Lisa, and thank you, MassEcon. It's truly humbling to be able to even be in the running for this award, and I just want to thank all FlexCon team members and our FlexCon family for being able to make this happen.
It's such an honor to be receiving this award today from our friends at MassEcon. I think this award is very symbolic of the collaborative spirit we have here in Massachusetts. The Massachusetts Life Sciences Emergency Supply Hub wouldn't have been possible without the teamwork from our partners, Brian Johnson at MassMedic, Steve Walsh at the Massachusetts Health and Hospital Association, and Trish McMullen from the Conference of Boston Teaching Hospitals. This award is also a testament to the life science community. The life science community here in Massachusetts is always looking to help. And through the Supply Hub, they were able to help the constituents of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts in a time of need. Right now, they're working diligently to find a solution to this global pandemic. But in the short term, they were able to donate PPE to our frontline healthcare workers in their time of need. Thank you so much to our life science community for stepping up to MassBio's call to action. And thank you to the MassBio team for working so hard to make the Supply Hub the success that it was.
Congratulations to each of you. Now it's my honor to present the 2020 corporate heroes for their global impact. They are Insulet of Acton and Thermo Fisher Scientific of Waltham. Accepting for Insulet is Chuck Alpucci, and for Thermo Fisher Scientific, Ron O'Brien.
Thank you very much for this award. As I had said earlier, it's all about our employees. It really is that why we received this award, that we were able to maintain business continuity, the safety and security of health of our employees and the communities in which we operate, our employees finding a way working remotely in a new world to continue to supply our products to our customers. That's why this award is so special, and I would like to thank every single employee at Insulet for this award. Thank you.
Thank you, MassEcon, and thank you, Lisa Hughes, for your consideration. This award really belongs to all of our employees. Because of our employees, millions of people are protected by being able to be tested. Because of our employees, we're one step closer to a vaccine every day. And because of our employees, the world has access to personal protective equipment to ensure that everyone remains safe.
I want to congratulate each of these awardees. And as I pass it back to Pete Hebert, I want to thank MassEcon for, again, letting me be part of this terrific event right before Thanksgiving. The timing is perfect. Thank you all.